Hello, it is crewmate Pixie, also known as the Crap Goth, depending on which channel you're watching from, either Kraken The Box, which is from Kori's channel, or the Crap Goth, which is obviously my channel. So today is the intro video because the landscaping has started for Kori's Memorial Garden. So for those people who have not been following this story, obviously please go back and watch the videos on Kori's wishes and things that he really wanted to do when he was still with us, and obviously what we're trying to do now to keep his memory alive. So you guys have been absolutely incredible. We could not have done any of this without you at all. So you've all helped with Kori's final send-off, and also you've helped to do, well, you're helping to make a beautiful memorial garden for Kori. So we have managed to get a landscaper, which is thanks to American Nana and also Kirsty as well, who also suggested him in the first place, but I missed Kirsty's tag completely. So American Nana managed to find Darren for us, who is incredible. So he's a local landscaper. You're going to see him quite a lot actually in the videos coming up, which is brilliant. So our garden is round about 100 foot long, and it is literally a mess. It is terrible. It was a beautiful garden initially. We planted a lot of things in it over the years, and then, as you can imagine, with Kori's health being as it is, we spent a lot of time living in hospitals or the hospice, or just being away in general. At one point, the longest we were away from the house was a whole year. So over that time, obviously our priorities have been looking after the children, and then obviously COVID hit and things. So we actually didn't have the time, the energy or anything else to put into the garden, which we kind of needed to do. It just overgrew. It was just ridiculous. It got away with us, and it was too big of a job for us to do, really. And then we kind of made the decision, okay, we're going to do something really positive. And Kori really, really loved the eco garden at Rainbow's Children's Hospice in Loughborough. It was literally one of his favourite places ever. It's the thing he loved to do. As soon as he got there on his very, very last visit with me, we went to stay for a few days, and he didn't talk to anybody. He arrived at the hospice and he just sat looking out of the window in his wheelchair, and he says, "Mummy, can you take me to the eco garden, please?" And that was the first thing he ever wanted to do, was just be outside. So we wanted to make him an eco garden whilst he was still here. Now, trying to find landscapers who are actually willing to take on a job as big as this, because it's really overgrown. They just didn't want to do it. And one landscaper came out and actually quoted us £30,000 to do it. And we're like, we don't have that kind of money, like what? So we've managed to negotiate a budget for this garden, and Darren has been fantastic, and he said we can reuse things, we can recycle, which is what we're all about anyway. And basically he's coming out and he's started today, which is incredible. So today is the 14th, I think, of October, 14th or 15th. I always lose track. I think it's the 14th. You'll find out in a minute on the video, because I filmed earlier saying the date, so there we go. Filming the intro later. How weird is that? But the big thing is that we wanted to make a memorial garden for Kori, which was a working eco garden, and now it's going to be in his memory. And you guys have been sending things from all across the world, from honestly loads of different countries, little solar lights, and we've had a tree delivered. We've got lots and lots of plants, which are incredible. Little pebbles, which are either carved or they've been written on, and it's just so lovely. And lots and lots and lots of wind chimes, and you know, things that we can use, plants as well, seeds, everything. Literally, honestly, like you name it. We've got hedgehog houses, solitary bee houses, butterfly houses, everything. So all the gifts which you're all sending are all going to go into this memorial garden, and you will see it at the end of the whole series of videos. I don't know how many videos this is going to take to complete the garden. This is going to be a work in progress over several weeks. So please do stick with both channels. There will be different footage going out on Kraken The Box as opposed to the Crap Goth. Mine's a bit more of an adults channel, so please do keep up to date with the Crap Goth, because that is going to be where most of the progress videos are going to be. We're going to show us working on the garden as well as obviously Darren, and it's just going to be, I think it's going to be hard work but a lot of fun, and it's going to be incredible, and it's all for Kori, you know, in his memory, and it's going to be called the Forever Garden. So as you will see in a minute on the video, the first bit of the garden, as you go down, we have a section of the decking which is just outside this room here, and that's where the kids' swings are and things. Then you step down and that is when the carnage starts. And Kori was never able to actually go down into the garden, and we have chickens, and he absolutely loved the chickens. He loved collecting the eggs and everything, but obviously towards the end of his life he wasn't able to walk down the garden at all. He couldn't do the steps off the decking onto the garden. So John actually brought the chicken coops up here, Now, these are a temporary chicken coop, so anybody watching who are going, that's not suitable for chickens, these are temporary enclosures. They had massive, huge enclosures at the end of the garden, and because Kori wasn't able to go down there and it wasn't wheelchair accessible, John brought the chickens up this end, and luckily Kori managed to see them before he grew his wings and left us. Everything here down this end of the garden is temporary. So I just want to kind of reiterate that before people start jumping on telling us off. Also, the chickens always free ranged the garden. They've always have done, and they won't be doing that soon. So we have bought a beautiful big coop, a huge coop, which is so beautiful. It's made out of wood. It's lovely. It's quite posh. And that's going to go at the very end of the eco garden, which is where Kori's section is. Now, I say the end of the garden is going to be a good, probably 30 or 40 foot, so it's quite a big substantial area, and we're just about to take our boundaries back as well, because the previous owners of the house built a fence maybe 3-4 feet ish away from our the actual end of our garden. I'm not quite sure why they did that, maybe because it was like a little row of trees, but we're going to reclaim that land because it's ours. So it just extends the garden a little bit. And what we would like to see across all of this project is raised planters, which are going to be done with big sleepers. We're going to have vegetable plots, pumpkin patches, which are a big pumpkin patch for Kori. There'll be a memorial bench once we get one. Kori had a boat gifted to him, a beautiful little rowboat that he and Astara played with on the decking here. And the boat cradle is going to be made, and that's going to be mounted onto a brick foundation that we've got actually in the middle of the garden. Looks a bit like a big well, but that's going to be created for a big memorial for Kori with a pirate flag flying and everything, which will be flying all year round. And that'll be rainbow pots will be put around the brim of the boat, and then so a lot of our bees can come and feed off the flowers, because we have beehives as well. So we would like to see somewhere that is full of colour and recycle things. Even Kori's own welly boots, his little red welly boots, we're going to nail those to the wall or something, and we're going to use them to plant succulents and things in. So nothing is wasted. We're going to recycle as much as we possibly can. Now, this is a video, like I said, it's going to be quite a lengthy one, probably several videos long over the course of a few weeks, so do please stick with us if you want to see the end result. The big end result, the big reveal, will be on Kraken the Box. The progress work will be on the Crap Goth with a reveal as well at the end, but Kraken the Box is more child friendly, so there'll be a lot of fun things going on there. But please do stick with me if you want to see the whole progress, which is going to be, like I say, it's going to be fun, fun and hard work. But all in all, we just want to say a massive thank you from our family to all of you guys across the world who have literally been amazing with donations to the Captain Kori Foundation, which is going to be launching after this garden. And after Kori's headstone's paid for, that is when we're launching the foundation. So this would not be possible without you at all. Honestly, this means so much to all of us as a family, being able to have somewhere to go, which is literally just outside the door. For me, I suffer from extreme anxiety, so I can't always go to the cemetery. So even having Kori, because the cemetery is not far behind our house, so having this garden here with things from you all reminds me of Kori, and I could be close to Kori, and he'd be sat there with me. He wouldn't be at the cemetery, he'd be with me. So having a beautiful garden to go and sit, have a fire pit, sit on a bench and think about him, plant some plants, just, you know, I know that he'd be with me. And that is all thanks to you. None of this would be possible without your help, your incredible donations, your generosity in sending gifts, and still getting things from the Amazon wish list, which honestly, thank you so much. And not just the physical items, and obviously not just the money, but the wishes and the messages and the encouragement and the love and the support, they are so vital, and without it I don't even think I'd have got this far. So please do stay tuned to both channels, but the majority of it is going to be on the Crap Goth, so please do watch our little adventures. If you've got any suggestions on what you think we should do, any ideas, please do drop them down in the comments below. Make sure you are subscribed to both channels, because don't presume you are, sometimes the algorithm kicks people off. Go and have a check, make sure you are, tick the little bell icon to make sure that you're going to receive all the notifications, and then come with us on our adventures with diggers and spades and probably a few swear words if I fall on my bum and things like that. So it's going to be good fun, and you get to see what you have bought for Kori going in that garden as well, which would be incredible. So thank you all so much, and stay with us on this fantastic adventure for Captain Kori. See you soon. So this is the garden. This is the start of it. Massively overgrown. The chicken coops, you can see they're in pieces at the moment. They were all at that end of the garden, the very end of the garden, which is right back where those trees are. But Kori really wanted to see the chickens before he passed away, so John literally dragged the coops down here. We knew we didn't have a lot of time left, and it's quite a big job to get them through all these brambles, so we literally just grabbed them, did a makeshift coop here just so Kori could see them, and he luckily managed to see them a few days before he passed away. So these, actually, we have a brand new coop. We've just bought it, a massive beautiful coop. It's not these, it's a big wooden one. It's gorgeous, and the turkeys are going to be rehoused as well. This is only temporary, but the garden itself is massively overgrown. We've got bits and bobs that we've just literally ripping to pieces and moving at the moment. This is a beautiful big massive Acer tree. I think they're only supposed to be about 3 or 4 foot high. This is absolutely huge. It's a good 12 foot. That's obviously staying. There are a few established plants that are staying. This is actually going to be, well, looks like a big round well. It was a water feature, it doesn't work anymore. That's actually going to be where Kori's boat goes. He was given a boat by Tony Lyons, and well, she organised it with some other people, and they donated a boat for Kori, a rowboat, which he played with in the garden, and that's going to be where the boat goes, and it's going to be a permanent memorial to him. So that'll go up on like proper like holders and stuff. So yeah, we've been working on the garden for several months, not that you can tell. It's living in hospital for years and years on end, kind of like on and off, like 6 months here, 7 months here, and you know, it all mounts into one, and it just went to ruin. So the decking here, so there's decking that runs all the way along from here, all the way along. You can see how much of a mess it is, all the way to the end there, and it's rotten, basically. So we're ripping that up completely. We are having issues with this wall here, so I'm saying this on a YouTube video in case anything happens. So basically, next door to here is a small industrial unit owned by somebody who lives abroad. I don't know who it is. See this little line of red brick here? You see how it's sloping down? It goes down in steps. There is a road which runs several feet from the front of the house, and the road comes up like this. So on here, so on that side, it's just a very gentle slope. On here, there's like a good 10 foot there. Here, and this wall is a breeze block wall. That is all it is, and it's holding the entire weight of a road next door. All these here on the other side are parking bays. I will actually walk around and show you in a little while. It's private property, but I should be okay. There's parking bays on the other side of this. On the other side of the wall there are concrete posts that have gigantic, massive chunks missing out of them. You can see the rebar in it, and this wall is holding up the entire weight of that road. I have been to the council so many times and said this is dangerous, it's not safe for my children. They've been out, the wall here is bowing and cracking. You can't really tell at the moment from the position I'm in. It's not safe. An inspector has been out several times, and they've measured the gaps and everything, and their advice to me was keep the children indoors. Right, okay, so we're coming along here now. So obviously you can see we've had a lot of chickens over the years. This is what we do, we rescue them. I'm not going to show you the ground at the moment because it's just so uneven. It's just basically, well, I'll show you, scan down, building materials, bits of old gutter in. So this was a really nice summer house, beautiful. We went into hospital, there were some really bad storms. We came back and found that one of the panes of glass in this window had completely blown out, smashed, which then dropped the building down. We think some of it has got to do with the obviously the storms and things, but the roof wasn't on properly. Oh, there's a little butterfly there. Is it a monarch butterfly? If you can just see it. Here we go, look. Did you notice that on the roof, which is so pretty? I'm not into butterflies. I don't know what they're called, so it's very beautiful. But yeah, it's the roof wasn't put on properly anyway, so the weather managed to get in, but the whole thing's gone to ruin. This is going to be completely overhauled. It's going to be beautiful, and that's going to be John's workshop. There was actually a really posh hot tub in there, which we just don't use really at all. Kori wasn't allowed to use it with having a transplant, so we gave it away to a friend. So that is now going to be John's workshop. It is going to be nice. This side's going to be boarded up and it's going to be completely secure. That side is going to be where the doorway is, the entrance, with little steps going up and everything. So it will be nice. But as you can see, we've been pulling things up for months, and this is the overgrowth. I mean, just look at this. It's absolutely insane. So this is really, really thick. So this is my tree. Obviously we're in autumn now. It's we're in September, so it's Everything's starting to die back a bit now, but just, I mean, all you have to do is just look at the thickness of the brambles. I mean, you know, they're really thick, and they're so thick that we can't get them out. So yeah, this is I'm in the middle of the garden now, so this is the middle section. So there is the house there, and obviously that's the turkey enclosure, which they do free range at the moment, so they're not kept in there all the time. There's a chicken enclosure that you've just seen. There's the house. There is a big section of decking where the children play, which is just there. So I've come off the decking, down the steps, across the garden. This is the middle of the garden, and I'm already going to have to, I can't even get past. This is, oh, I don't know if I can do it one-handed without me getting stung. There's stinging nettles and everything. Ouch. So I'm not, I could do with some wellies or something. I need to buy myself some wellies. I'm going to get stung to pieces here because there's nettles everywhere. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Being nettled and stung everywhere. So yeah, so this section of the ground here also at one point had a big chicken coop on it, and this is just, as you can see, it's just been taken over by brambles and all of the ground ivy and God knows what else. It's awful, basically. It's just not something we can keep on top of. We were doing okay, and then obviously we got called back into hospital for Kori, and then he became palliative care, and we just focused on spending time with him rather than being in the garden. And it's now become too much of a project for us to take on ourselves. We cannot physically do it. I mean, you know, we're both in our 40s, and he's got a bad back and I've got a bad stomach, and it's just not something we can do. But this, I mean, just look, it's absolutely insane. It's just over, you can't even really see the house. It's just so thick with overgrowth, and obviously all the old chicken buildings and things that have gradually over the years come down. So here is Kori's caravan, which he's had for a few years, and I bought this off a friend for £50 years ago, and Colson's company, the crane company local to us, they actually craned it in for free, which was amazing. They were so brilliant. And yeah, this was Kori's arts and crafts caravan, which he absolutely adored and spent a lot of time in it, a hell of a lot of time, because at that point Kori wasn't able to go to school, and it wasn't fair to keep him in the house all the time, so we wanted to give him somewhere else to go. I haven't been in here for several months. As you see, the paintwork unfortunately starting to go. John broke the window, which wasn't good, but it still doesn't seem to be letting water in. One of our friends spray painted it. It does want a clean though. Unfortunately it's flaking off a bit, but it is years old, so probably full of spiders. Actually not been in here for years. Yeah, you can see like a lovely big web there, so I'm not actually going to go in, but we actually gutted the caravan, pulled out all the fridges and all that kind of stuff, and it's just really, really pretty inside. I will take you in there once it's all cleaned up. It's Kori spent a lot of time in here, which was really, really nice. So yeah, that will be cleaned and sorted out. I'd like to say that there's going to be decking around this caravan. It is something that I've spoken to the landscapers about building decking all the way here, and they have said that they will, so that's really good. So we have an old barbecue there, but we had bees in it, so we didn't put them in there. They just decided to move in, so we're leaving it as it is for now. So this is going to be Kori's memorial garden. This is the big one. So we've got fencing there at the end of the garden, as you can see, but actually our property goes back another maybe 2 or 3 foot. The previous owners just fenced it off, and there was a lot of things put over there, but we're going to take down this fence and claim back our property and go all the way back to the border, which I don't know if you'll be able to zoom in and see. There is a chain link fence. You can't really see that. Not that bit of mesh there, that's to stop the foxes, but there's that chain link fence. And also where these trees are here, if these trees had a fence, or if we had kind of like a gate or something at the end, we could walk all the way through. We go through a car park which belongs to social services, which are no longer there, but so it's just a defunct car park. And then there's a cemetery. So Kori is literally behind the garden, but over there a little bit. So this bit here we're standing in now is going to be Kori's memorial garden. This is where we're going to have his pumpkin patch, grow all the veg and everything. So I'm not going to actually venture all the way over there, because as you can see the amount of nettles is insane, and I have only got bare legs on and John's Crocs. So yeah, as you can see, obviously previously we've pulled everything apart to try and get the chickens down to Kori as quickly as possible. So this is just absolute. There's a little bench here, and that is a big piece of land, but it's just, as you can see, it's too much. So there is a greenhouse that Kori was gifted. We're going to use that again for growing tomatoes and everything in next spring. We're going to repurpose that as well for storage for hay for the chickens and that over winter. There is a beautiful summer house there, and it goes all the way back. It's really big actually, and what we'd actually like to do is turn that into a guest house. We're going to have electrics down there, going to get it all insulated, And then if people do come to stay and they want to come over from like America or whatever, and we've got somewhere to put them up, we'll get some kind of futon bed in there. And then yeah, it just means that they can come over and stay over, and they'll be staying in Kori's memorial garden, which will be really nice. So that will all be kitted out properly. The idea for this is to clear the whole lot, all of it, and then we're going to have a blank canvas and going to leave it to the landscapers to design what it is they want to do. My only specifications are that Kori has a bridge in here, like a small garden bridge for decoration purposes. We don't have to walk on it, but I'd like him to have a rock river. So any memorial stones that you guys send through the post will go under the bridge, well around the bridge rather, so you can still see it. I'd like a bench for Kori. I'd like lots of raised planters so we can plant loads of vegetables, pumpkins, tomatoes as well. Just loads of stuff really. This is going to be a working garden. So this section, so all of this here, look. So there is my apiary, very overgrown as you can see, but the ivy's a beautiful colour. I'm going to zoom in. You might be able to see my bees that are at work. I have several hives in there. I don't know if you can see them. It's very, very overgrown. Oh, there we go. You can see some bees going in and out. So there's 3 hives in there, sorry. Obviously I can't really get to them at the moment to harvest them, which I really need to do. So yeah, so right from the back trees there, that's about where my property ends. And then so all of this is Captain Kori's memorial garden, or will be. We have a big buddleia tree there, which is just ginormous. That can actually be cut down because it grows back every year anyway. All this ivy is going to go because it's just taking over everything. There's some established bushes here which are going to stay. They're beautiful. Quite a lot here actually, which are nice. Some of them are in a pot, so pots can probably be moved, although John tried to move that and found the roots have grown through the pot into the floor, so that'll I'll leave that to the landscapers to do. But yeah, there is a few established trees and things, but all of this section here, so you see where the fence is, the landscapers have already said they're going to build sleeper boxes, like railway sleepers, that are going to come in a big L shape along here and down there, and the same on the other side, so obviously at the outside of the caravan, so that automatically gives us an entrance to bring in. So you'll be walking into the garden, all this is going to be cleared. Now the landscapers are due in tomorrow, so we're really hoping that it managed to make some good progress, because this is a bloody big job to do. They're going to hand clear a lot of it first, and then once that's done they're going to bring in a micro digger, and then they're going to get up all the surface and everything. Oh, I can see quite a lot of my bees actually. See if they're... So I can't really go over there too much because it's so full of nettles, but looks as though there's a good amount of activity in that hive, which is fantastic. So hopefully we'll have some good harvest honey, and then if you guys want a pot of honey, just let us know. But yeah, this is Captain Kori's garden, so I'm hoping to see all this clear in the next week or so, which would be amazing. I don't know why the screen keeps flicking, that's bizarre. But one of the things I love is next door's garden. So Di and Neil next door, they have the most gorgeous garden, and actually so do Bert and Ernie. Not Bert and Ernie, it's Helen and Ernie, but John calls them Bert and Ernie. So this is a beautiful eucalyptus tree, it's massive, and when we moved in, John's like, I want to build a tree house in that, which is amazing. So our neighbours are lovely and they've got the most gorgeous garden. And then you can see Helen and Ernie's beautiful, looks like a weeping willow tree, which is stunning, in their garden. So like all the neighbours have got gorgeous gardens, and then we're like steptoe and son, which is not good. So yeah, down there is just a heap of rubble, so I'm not going to go too far because I'm going to get stung by nettles, but all of that's the back of John's workshop. So this comes in, it's just a huge rubble pile, so hopefully they'll be able to make use of that, and then stick that in bottoms of planters for like drainage and stuff. So you can see how much work this is. It's insane, absolutely insane. Okay, so just walking back to the house now. Got to keep this gate shut, so this is going to be gated off entirely, because we've got dogs and I don't want them, as dogs do, they poo, don't they? We don't want them pooing in Kori's garden, so all this will be sectioned off massively. What we would like to do, and I've actually spoken to Rainbow's Hospice to ask them where they got theirs. So there was an arch, it was much wider than this one though, and they had one in Rainbow's garden, in the eco garden, which Kori absolutely adores. And it had perspex, like rainbow coloured perspex slats that went all the way up and over the top. So it was literally like you walk into a rainbow garden, and they had it over like a little bridge. Now, if anybody can make or send us some perspex rainbow sheets so we can actually make an arch, then that would be amazing. We don't expect anything for free, obviously, but that would be incredible. This garden is going to embody the rainbows theme, so we want lots of colour, which is what Kori loved. His favourite colour was red, but obviously we want to do lots of rainbows in here, make it vibrant, full of wind chimes and plants, and be a happy, beautiful place to go. But it also is going to be the most productive end of the garden, so the chicken coop may end up down there, we don't know yet. But yes, so all this will be trimmed back. The coops are going to come down, obviously, because we've got beautiful new coops to go up. This is the side, obviously, of John's building at the moment. It's just a mess. So that is all going to be sorted as well. We're going to renovate this over time. This is not going to be done on the renovation right now, but it is like a future thing that we're going to sort out for him, because he needs somewhere to go. Okay, hear my dogs barking, not quite sure what they're barking. But yeah, and then we're just walking up to the garden, back up to the house again now. As you can see, again, lots and lots of mess. And again, I'm going to try and get through the nettles, and I'm going to get stung. I know I'm going to get stung. Try not to, because I hate being stung by nettles. It probably does my head in. So I'm going to lift, oh god, hang on, trying to manoeuvre myself. So I'm wearing a big fluffy pink jumper, as I always do, and I'm going to get snaggled on all the nettles, and it's going to hurt like buggery. Ow. So yeah, there is the mess. Now the turkeys know I'm coming, so they're already waiting for me, which is really cute. So like I said, this is just a temporary enclosure. They perch on top of this old chicken coop that I've got. They sit on top of it, and then we let them out in the daytime. I put them in for the purposes of the video, because they're like puppies and they'll follow me around. They're really cute. So yeah, this is the front end of the garden, as you can see here, walking through now. And so this is just a mess. All of it is just one big massive mess, which wants to be sorted out. So hang on a second. So this is the play bit of the children's. So we've got the children's playhouse, which was donated by another Heart family to Kori, which is amazing. There's my doggy. Hello, Gypsy Noodle. Hello. Hello, this is my dog Gypsy. This is the beautiful olive tree that was given as a gift to Kori by someone very special, which is amazing. Osiris trampoline, which is going down for winter soon. The swing set, the swings are obviously in. You can hear Spanky washing pots in the kitchen. Papadling pool, which is going away. Obviously, we're just packing down all of the things from summer now. But yeah, there we go. So this is all going to be really nice as well. All of the plants on here which have been given to Kori, which is a lot down here as well, they're all going to be potted and taken down to his memory garden. So you will see a massive, massive difference. But I'm standing on the decking at the moment, which is a bit of a mess. So, and then this is basically what we're dealing with. It's horrendous basically, isn't it? So yeah, fingers crossed we can give you guys a really, really nice video. Progress videos are all going to be on the Crap Goth, which is my YouTube channel. That'll be the whole progress, all the diggers coming in and everything. Shut up, Gypsy. And then just the start like this, and then the end result will be on Kraken The Box without Gypsy barking. Hey, so today is the day. It is the 16th of October 2023, and the landscapers have come in to do Kori's memorial garden. So these are the lovely people who are coming in. So his name's Darren. He's absolutely lovely. He's local to us, not far away at all. He's come in, he's just unloaded all his tools. He's at the back of the house. You might be able to hear him with his tools at the moment already. And yeah, today is the start of everything to make a fully working eco garden for Kori that everybody across the world has helped to do. Like, this means the world to us. So if you want to stay with us and see the progress videos over both YouTube channels, make sure you're subscribed, and I shall let you know. See you soon. Hello. How's it going? Big job. All this is clear already. Wow. My gosh. I'm following him now. He's going to think I'm stalking him. all this space now. Wow. Got all the stuff we piled up. Okay, just come down the garden, so obviously I've not seen this clear for absolutely years, and we've got a lot of debris and stuff to get rid of, which we're going to do, but Darren has made immense work. So what's cracking off now then? So well, obviously fence panels. Say,
I've just opened that fence panel up just to see if we can get the digger through, through this area here.
Yeah.
I went to lift that panel out, and obviously with it being rotten, it's just virtually fell out and that, but you can see people's just chucked stuff against.
It's just been lobbed over, hasn't it? So obviously, yeah, when I bought the property, this fence ran all the way along, as you can see there, but it actually goes back, what, 2 or 3 foot? Yeah, extra. Yeah. So our property actually ends where that chain link fence is, so it actually does.
Yeah, and basically all they've done is they've put the fence in front of it and just chuck loads of crap behind it, and as you can see, old barriers.
I'm gonna have a look actually. I've got my pyjamas on as always, everybody. So watch me slip on my arse now.
Yeah, just be careful.
Oh, it'll be funny though, wouldn't it? I know you'd laugh. So
I won't laugh.
So, oh god, wow. So the chicken wire, we actually chucked over, I think, to stop the foxes. But it's that actually goes back. Wow, look how dense that is.
Yeah.
As well, that goes back a long way, and obviously the property's there. Oh yes, there's like a field. I can see what I mean now with the field. I think that's part of the car park. Yeah. So that's where we need the access in.
Yeah.
So would you be able to bring the micro digger, because there is a bit of an embankment coming down? Would you be able to do that?
That's no problem.
Yeah.
And I could get all the waste in and out and that with wagons with grab eye and that. So
that's mad. So I'm just going to scan
all
around.
I'd do is I'd have a little dumper as well, so I'd load stuff up and take it out and bring things in with the digger and dumper.
That's mad. I mean, this is a huge area, and this is all going to be Kori's memorial garden. So there's actually a little hole there where the next door neighbours cut a little gate in, so that we could access the gardens, which was quite nice. But yeah, I mean, just look at this before. There's a lot of obviously debris which we're going to get shifted and burn some stuff and recycle a lot of stuff. But yeah, it's a huge area. Wow. God.
Look at them all flying through your little van.
Bloody hell. Crying.
But yeah, that really is good for pollen, that is. They love it.
What is it then?
God, I forgot what it's called now.
God, you can see how busy they are in the sky. Flipping heck.
That's what I mean, they don't have to travel far.
No, so that's... God, you can see them all around the top.
Obviously, like I said, we'll get all the ivy off. I can thin it out a lot more than it is.
Yeah.
Because obviously when I take the cage down and that, it might lower a bit. So if I thin it all out,
yeah,
I can't do it while they're like that, because they'll just...
they'll sting you.
Yeah, so we'll be best on a damp day, get them all locked in.
Yep.
And then I'll whip through all that.
Oh my gosh, God, they're so active, because they weren't anything like this earlier, were they?
No, because it was dead, like you said, it was damp once.
Yeah.
Come out as soon as sun's come now, they're out.
Wow.
I thought, God.
See, I can't see any activity in that first hive. I think they've all moved out of the first and into the second, because there's no activity in that one at all. They're all in the second one, which is okay, because that could be laden with honey. I do need to harvest it, but obviously all this stuff on the inside, yeah. So I can, like you said, when you're going to come over, I'll come over and just reverse the entrance. Just keep them inside.
Look at them all, and there's loads.
Thousands of them.
Yeah.
I think my colony was like 25,000. Wow, it's incredible. And the space in here is unbelievable compared to what it was. My God, that's insane. Actually being able to walk around the garden properly.
Yeah, that's so, yeah.
Upside down coop. Gosh, God, it's mad. And once those fence panels come down as well, I think it's going to be opened up even more, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. And that's going to be the holiday home kind of thing once it's all treated and stuff. So.
And I think,
gosh,
like I say, there is a concrete base there already. So
yeah.
If you want the
chicken coop. I think that would be really nice to put the coop there. Would be nice, because it's really close to.
The only downside to the coop,
yeah,
is at the moment coming through without access, depending on how big it is. Unless, like I say,
I think it's like 12.5 foot long. I think.
Yeah.
But it's
well,
that, yeah.
That's 6 foot wide with one
Yeah.
panel, so
Well, the coop can go up later.
It'd go from there to there once it's in,
Yeah.
but obviously need access. I don't really want to. I think the greenhouse is not bad where it is, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, it was just there for like as like a. It's obviously Kori
I mean,
used to
to
use
be
it quite a
honest,
lot.
I can put another concrete base in here. Or
It's crazy how much rubbish you manage to actually find.
I'm gonna say there's been loads of stuff.
It's mad.
Different stuff.
Honestly, it's like we've had squatters in the garden for the past like 10 years. It's crazy. It's like, where's it all come from? I think a lot of it is kind of like, you know, like the kids coming down and having picnics and then just leave the pots and you forget that they're out here and it's just like, how did that get there? It's like Denby-ware and stuff.
I found loads of pots.
It's mad, isn't it? It's like when you move your sofas out, you know, when you kind of like, you know, you're moving your sofas and it's like, you've got like 10 grand and like half a kid, like down the back of it. It's like, where did that happen? Well, not literally half a kid, that'd be a bit like gory, wouldn't it? But like, we've had ridiculous amounts of toys and money and stupid like dog toys and stuff. You start moving stuff around, it's crazy how much stuff there actually is. Wow. Okay, so day one of the garden renovation, which has been absolutely amazing. If you think how full of brambles this was, I couldn't even walk down here without getting snagged on the thorns and everything. And yes, we've got a lot of wood to shift, we've got a lot of wood to burn, we've got a lot of stuff to go to the tip, and my hands waving everywhere then. So we're having a big ass bonfire once we've cut back some of the conifers so we don't set fire to the next door neighbour's garden, which wouldn't be a good idea. We've got a lot of stuff to go to the tip. Like I said, we've got a lot of stuff to take to recycling and everything as well, but just look at the clearance on this. It's incredible. Please ignore that, but just look at all this gone. It's all gone. It's absolutely incredible. Let's take you for a little walk down here so you can see the amount of that has been cleared, which is absolutely incredible. So all this was thick. You couldn't even see anything. It was just so dense. And now we've got a tree. I think this is a little, I think this one's like a little pear tree, a miniature pear tree, which is really nice. There's a conifer tree there, which we're actually going to, well, they're going to take up and move down the end of the garden. Have a bonfire. I think we might have a nice fire. I will film that, don't worry. So this video is going to be done in several different stages, because obviously it's nice to have progress videos. It might take a few weeks to get sorted, but yeah, we're just waiting for some permission. So I'll show you this. We were going to get a micro digger to come through the house and down the decking and then obviously into the garden. Turns out that the decking isn't actually strong enough to hold the micro digger. The wall here, you see along here, is not safe, so we can't even get anything to bring a digger over that. So the only thing we've had to do is we've had to ask the council if we can have permission to come through the back end of the car park there. We don't know if they're going to grant it or not. We have emailed them and everything, spoken to a lovely person on the phone as well, so hopefully they'll say yeah, in which case they'll be able to get access to the car park, which is locked, it's barricaded off. We'll manage to get a key for that and get permission for like a day or so just to bring the micro digger down the back of the house. They'll have to come through the fence at the back, which is going to have to be cut, and then bring it down, and then obviously everything will be repaired and secured again. So yeah, we've got all this is gone, which is absolutely fantastic. Got my lovely bamboo there, that's probably going to be potted and moved, which is lovely. So all this fence here is going to go. This arch, the fence, it's all going. That's obviously going because that's rotten. And this is where the railway sleepers are going to be, the big bedded sleepers. They're going to go there for all the veggie patches and stuff. And just look, this is the biggest change that I cannot believe has happened, all in like the space of a few hours, which is incredible. Oh, hello, little blackbird. But yeah, we've got looks like Dorothy's been here as well with Oz. But yeah, we've got a lot of space, hell of a lot of space. So all this here is going to be Kori's memorial garden, and this was thick. Only 2 hours ago it was absolutely rammed with nettles and brambles. He couldn't walk through it, there's no way. And now it's absolutely huge area, which is incredible. And I'll just show you at the back here now, because obviously we've got a lot of stuff. So this is actually a lovely shed which we are going to keep. It's from the neighbours, which is nice. So we're going to take it all the way back, which you can see there, take it back to the chain link fencing. So we're going to remove all of these panels and we're going to extend the garden to reclaim our territory, which is brilliant. And then we're going to sort out the lovely summer house, which is all going to be lovely as well. But the bees, which I showed earlier, are extremely active. That apiary is going to stay. What Darren was on about doing was building a lovely railway sleeper. I'll say railway sleepers, but that's basically what they are. Big sleepers, like a box that goes all the way around, so it like defines that area. We could put little plants in there, which the bees are going to love as well. So all that's going to be tidied up. Like I said, everything's going to be going, which is incredible. So John and I, Spanky, have got a big job now of shifting this, which is insane. Like, where did that even come from, honestly? So we're going to be moving all this. It's going to be going to the tip, obviously being recycled properly. We'll never burn plastics, so don't ever think about doing that, people. So this is all going to be moved. We've got about a week to get all the stuff to the tip and get everything out of the garden, which really shouldn't be here, basically, before he comes back in with a digger, and then he can level all of the ground and scrape it up to make it all nice and flat. And the difference is going to be absolutely astonishing. I mean, it's just incredible to say that. I could not walk through here, it just wasn't possible, and now I can. And there's the house, there's the chicken coop, which is temporarily going to be up there because it's moving up to the end of the garden now. And there we go, you can see all the way to the end, which is brilliant. So for more updates, please do stay tuned. It's not going to always look like a scrapyard, it's going to look like a really pretty garden. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Back soon.